I don't know, I was more of a Wichita lineman guy myself.
I don't know that one.
I like that song. Got a little Wichita lineman?
Here's how you do it. Hey, bitch, get Wichita lineman.
Oh, shit.
The way you handle things in this fucking company.
Yeah. So remember
Dee 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 dum dee.
all this shit reminds me. It just reminds me of taking that trip to California in the Pinto with my dad, my brother, and his girlfriend. Not my brother's girlfriend, my dad's girlfriend. And driving from New York to California in a Ford Pinto. Wow.
Was that a good ride?
Suck. There was a cooler in the back for all of Dad's beers. And we used to have to be in the back, and it was a little hatchback. And the seat wasn't even up, so we had to lay down the whole time. And then the cooler.
From where to where?
From New York to Los Angeles.
You had to lay down the whole time?
Yeah, we stopped once in
oh my
St. Charles, I think St. Charles, Minnesota or something.
Did you try to
South Dakota, St. Charles, South Dakota. I don't even know.
Was
where
he
it was.
drinking the whole time?
Oh yeah, drinking the whole time.
Wait,
and,
did you try to sit up?
It's a hatchback in a Pinto. You couldn't really sit up. We could sit kind of Indian style a little if we ducked down.
Your dad was an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, but he was.
And then, well, he had his own agenda.
Well, wait,
and the cooler started leaking.
Hold on, but I got to slow you down.
Yeah.
So you're New York to L.A., you have to lay down the whole time. You can't even look out the window at America?
Well, it was a hatchback, so you could kind of look out
the
the window.
whole thing was a window.
So the back was, the back. So there were a couple of pillows. So we propped the pillows up behind the driver and passenger seat and kind of lay down.
Oh, so you look out the back window.
Yeah, so you look out the back window.
That's not as bad.
I get so car sick doing that.
And it was, as a kid, who cared? But this cooler we would sweat, the cooler. So I woke up with cold, freezing water on my leg. And he's like, all right, come on, we're going to check into a hotel. And it was this one-horse town fucking hotel we checked into.
Was it like a 5-star hotel?
Oh, this was a piece of shite hotel in the middle of nowhere. But we stopped at a few places. We stopped and saw Mount Rushmore.
Nice.
And then we saw the Badlands in South Dakota. And then we would dip down south and saw the Grand Canyon.
Nice.
And the Great Meteor Crater.
Well, I guess he's not an asshole. That
no,
sounds like a good
kind of
trip.
fun, but he was... He was something there. And at night, he would drive with a beer between his legs, and the fucking, and his 38 in the console. Just driving around. I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it.
Oh, yeah, he done all the time.
Oh, yeah, here's another one. All the time. Well, not quite as legal as his son Anthony, but,
They're a lot like him.
Well.
Like to drive, I don't want to say fast, but...
He wasn't a fast driver.
Yeah.
He was a weavy driver. Boy, he could weave with the best of them.
Were you ever scared in the car with him?
Petrified. Yeah. There were many times I was petrified of falling off the edge of the Ortega Highway in California, going to Lake Elsinore. And it was one of those roads that were just like, it's a movie road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking movie road. Like that fucking, what was that movie with the truck?
Empire Strikes Back?
Chasing Dennis Weaver the whole movie. Duel. You ever see Duel?
No.
Yeah, that's the road it was like.
It sounds like the Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah, but
PCH.
But without the ocean, it was just fucking sheer cliffs.
That's what the PCH is all about.
And there'd be these big Conrock cement trucks that would come barreling down the other side, and Dad's just kind of looking down, and he'd be like, "Hey," on the CB. He's trying to drive, drink a beer, steer down this road on the CB.
Man, Pizano Cowboy. Anyone out there got your ears on? Pizano Cowboy.
And then...
Wait, that was his handle?
Yeah.
Oh, he rules.
There's a Pizano Cowboy.
I take back the asshole comment. He rules.
The
Pizano Cowboy? You never said that before.
No, the Pizano. I forgot. I just remembered. His handle was the Pizano Cowboy. And one of the greatest things to watch was him when he'd be on the CB.
Yeah.
And he'd key down and he'd be talking and he'd have to make a turn. So he'd put his hand with the CB mic on the steering wheel. And you know how you just whip the wheel around? He'd do that and the little curly mic cord would get caught around the steering column, and his hand would be like, "Goddamn son of a bitch." It's all pissed and can't steer now. It's interrupting his driving even more.
The Pizano Cowboy.
Pizano Cowboy. And this was me. Look.
Hey, it's Wrangler. It's Wrangler. Pizano Cowboy, you got your ears on?
What was your handle? Pizano Cowboy too?
No, I was the Wrangler.
Yeah, we know that.
Ew.
We know that.
I didn't know he was the Wrangler.
I was the Wrangler.
As you should have been.
I was the Wrangler because I worked at Jimmy Jackson's rent string there, and I used to have to wrangle up the horses. And
Got
you know,
your ears on. This is the Wrangler.
the Wrangler, and a lot of times Dad didn't answer back, and I got very nervous as to his whereabouts and his safety.
Oh, you would try to talk to your dad on the CB?
Yeah.
a
So
fucking
because
dork.
he wasn't home, and I was like, you know, there were no cell phones or anything,
And you were hungry.
So I was starving, and I would try to, be like, I'm like, hey, it's the Wrangler. Pizano Cowboy, got your ears on? And then sometimes this old bag, Tiny Bubbles, would come on. She'd go, Wrangler, this is Tiny Bubbles. I'd be, hi, Tiny Bubbles. It's like, yeah, why don't you just call for your dad like maybe every half hour instead of every 5 minutes?
Oh.
I'd be like, oh, okay, Tiny Bubbles.
They were telling you to shut the hell up.
Because I was always, breaker 19 for Pizano Cowboy. Where's my daddy?
You just wanted your daddy.
Because he was probably out, getting lit up at the depot or at the Swallows Inn.
What does Breaker 19 mean?
That means, hi, I'm on Channel 19. I would like to get on the channel and request to talk to somebody.
Do you
So
interrupt
it's sorta
people when you say that?
No, you wait for people's conversation to be done.
It was pretty much the phone ring.
So it'd be like, Breaker 19, and then it's like, go ahead. And then you kind of have permission. You don't just get on and go, hey, what are you doing? It'd be like, you got to break first. Break, make sure there's not a conversation going on here, motherfucker.
There were rules.
Do people really? How could you stop somebody from interrupting if someone kept interrupting?
You couldn't. You couldn't. It was a constant barrage of, hey, motherfucker, you're not allowed to curse on this here radio. Yeah, fuck you, you fuck. And that's what the CB turned into.
So people still have CBs, right?
Wow, I think only truckers have them.
But do truckers still use them?
So I think the truckers still use them. Yeah,
to talk to each other on an open line.
Yeah, and now it must be easy because you don't have all the riffraff you had in the 70s when everybody had a CB. People were getting base stations at their house. We had a base station. I had a mic like fucking. Like in The Shining, all the police. KDK 12.
Yeah.
I forgot about base stations. We had one, too.
A base station. And then you had your antennas on your car. You had to get them matched. It was hard to match your antennas.
Did you just go out, in our case, just out to our driveway just to hang out on the CB?
And talk on the CB.
Yeah, on a summer night.
Yeah.
It's dark out. You're bored with TV. Your parents hogging it up, watching their shit.
Of course. That's
Yeah, we'd go outside and just turn on the CB radio. And, wow.
That's how I met the Dreamweaver, dude. Come on. Yeah. Of course.
Oh, really?
Yeah, met her on the CB.
I had a much better handle than Anthony.
Oh, God. His was the faggiest. Come on.
Wait, what was it? I think it was Apple Tree Boy.
No, not quite.
What was it?
We did this break.
I don't remember. I might not have been here.
Listen to like a best of. You'll find out what it is.
Now, what was it? I probably was away. I might have been on the road.
Oh, no, you got it. Oh, boy, you
think the Wrangler's bad.
Very good.
You think the Wrangler's bad.
People know.
See, people know, Jimmy. You don't pay attention.
I was probably gone.
You need to pay more attention.
I don't
Closer
know
attention.
I don't know if Jimmy was even.
I was probably away.
When we first started talking about
Well, I was 11, maybe 12, maybe. And my CB handle was, I can't believe I'm about to do this.
Okay. People know.
Yeah, I know.
Jimmy's
but
not going to make fun.
You promise you're not going to make fun, Jimmy?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah. You're 11.
Yeah.
I was 11. Remember that. Diamond.
No, it wasn't Diamond.
No.
You're leaving part out.
And then you decide which is a faggier handle. That's your job today. But don't make fun. You promise.
Yeah, I won't. Diamond.
Diamond Dust.
Diamond Dust was his. Sounds like a stripper's name. Diamond Dust.
Look at his face.
I know. Diamond Dust. CB was the friggin' internet back then. It was the internet. That's all you had. It was Twitter. It was Twitter.
Jimmy, you promised.
I wouldn't make. You
promised.
Who wouldn't want a handful of diamond dust to sprinkle about?
I would love to have a handful of diamond dust.
That's what I thought of myself. I wanted diamonds, but knew I was only good enough for the dust part.
Breaker.
After they made their nice stones.
Yes, breaker, diamond dust here on the corner of 7th and Christopher.
I was 11. Come on.
Diamond dust.
I didn't even have pubic hair yet.
You got your ears on?
Yeah. Hey, diamond dust. You got your bra and panties on. Diamond dust.
Oh, how bad is that?
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Cause that's what
I don't even know why, to be honest. I don't know.
An 11-year-old would think that's cool.
I forgot what that's based on. I don't even know. I don't remember why I came up with that dumb name. But
an 11-year-old would think that's cool. That's all it is. When you're 11, you think that's cool. Diamond dust. It sounds like mysterious.
You don't have to spin. You could beat the shit out of me.
No, believe me. I'm just being
honest.
honest.
This is rough.
It's terrible.
Wrangler's not much better.
No, it's awful.
Well, Wrangler was at least it had a reason. You know,
Yeah.
I was the
rump
Wrangler.
variety.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't a rump.
There is a reason you were fucking.
They didn't put
a mo,
rump in there.
Taking loads in your rectum. It's a perfect reason.
I never.
Catcher would have been great, and so would Swallower. Hey, little crybaby cocksucker, you're on. Got your ears on? Crybaby cocksucker, you got your ears on?
That would have been more appropriate.
Well, now they're coming up with CB names for us, which is awesome. Jordan writes, Breaker 19. This is the Blue Comb Kid. I should have embraced that. And I should have been the Blue Comb Kid.
Breaker 19. This is the Tree Fort cocksucker. Tree Fort cocksucker coming in. Yeah.
Come on.
Download blowjob. Download blowjob. Are you on there? Oh my God.
You never had a CB handle, Jimmy?
No, I didn't.
Why, man?
Why would I? I didn't have a CB.
Oh, he was too busy with the Lords.
Exactly.
Hang out with his gang, the Lords.
Yes. Breaker 19. This is the literal blowjob giver. This is the literal blowjob giver. It's all gay stuff. The gay stuff's always funny.
Big Daddy James could have been a nice
CB Breaker 19. This is Big Daddy James. Word is Bond. Fat laces. I'm out.
Yeah. CB was a very big thing back in the 70s.
Breaker. This is diamond dust.
Yeah. It's knowing that your floor is always open and your path is free to stand on your head. See, he's crazy now. He has Alzheimer's.
You want to go more CB talk? Because one guy,
Breaker,
is willing to admit his CB handle was Howdy Doody. And then you got Carlos in Jersey. Carlos.
What's up, boys?
Hello.
All right. I'm a trucker. Everybody's got a CB. And one time I had it on, just bullshitting. It's the most racist thing on the line, too. It's funny as hell. Then a cop gets on the channel, tells us that there's like a black Nissan, caused an accident. So all the truckers